Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here at $2.27. XRP is up 4.21% at the time I'm making this video. And look at Bitcoin right now. All eyes are on Bitcoin because they're wondering why Bitcoin is not breaking out with XRP. And it's sitting at just above 107K. It's only up 0.03% today. And we are not even in alt season yet. It's still Bitcoin season. But I think a lot of what's happening with Bitcoin is people are just frustrated with it. You know, every time it gets close to 110K, it comes crashing back down. And I think a lot of the money is starting to shift into altcoins. But I still believe Bitcoin has one more major move up before it comes crashing down. And of course, there's talk of decoupling again. XRP is decoupling from Bitcoin. XRP plus 5.8% today, plus 12% over the last week. Bitcoin plus 0.04% today, plus 4% over the last week. But like I said, I still think there's one more big move left. And we have this to look forward today. We are finally in July. Fed Chair Jerome Powell will speak on today at 9:30 a.m. If he hints at a rate cut, crypto and XRP will explode. The problem I see with Powell is this, is he's being spiteful because he doesn't want to give the president what he wants. Trump wants rate cuts. Powell's like, no, we're going to hold off on rate cuts. I see people already talking about September for rate cuts. Let's see what happens later today. This comes from Pierce's Technology, and this is why I believe XRP is pumping right now. It's time. We are proud to announce that the Xrpl Ledger EVM Sidechain is now live on mainnet. After 3+ years of research and development with Ripple, the network is live, providing native XRP with unlimited new capacities to flow across the entire Web3. Deploy and interact with EVM smart contracts, and interoperate with the entire crypto ecosystem. Now it's your turn, developers. You can now deploy, integrate, and list XRP in your protocols. The XRP army is waiting for it. This is just day one. Expect wallets, infra providers, and dApps to join progressively. We will be posting updates. Many thanks to all the contributors who have made this possible, like Axelar, Common Prefix, and Cosmos, among many others, on collaborating to open a new era of possibilities for the XRP ledger. I think this is what's driving the price move right now, because no other big news has dropped, and yet the price of XRP is rising. And think about all these new projects onboarding to the XRP ledger. You know, this is going to finally be the year that we get rich together, and I've been anticipating this for such a long period of time. I know you have all been anticipating this as well. Treasury Secretary Bessent expects stablecoin law ready by mid-July. So the fact that he's thinking this is going to roll out in mid-July, there's a good chance we get crypto regulations then in August instead of later this year. I would love to see all of this get done at the same time. You know, the stablecoin bill, it's going to benefit XRP. It's going to benefit XLM and these utility-driven networks. it's not going to benefit Bitcoin, no matter how they try to sell it. And the crypto regulations, again, that's when they're going to start saying this is a utility token. This is where you want to park your money. This token has real world use case and value. This over here is a speculative asset, and maybe they call it a store of value. But people are going to put their money into something that actually can solve problems in the real world. Expert says XRP holders who didn't sell won't be able to comprehend the wealth ahead. So crypto influencer and XRP advocate Coach JV has delivered an inspiring message to XRP investors. He urges XRP holders not only to stay patient, but also to remain proactive as they wait for what he calls a moment of unimaginable wealth. He goes on to talk about getting that passive income, putting your crypto to work for you. Same thing I've been telling you this entire time. There's not going to be a need for you to sell your XRP. You could build an empire around your crypto bag. Think about it. You get passive income. Maybe you take that passive income and you reinvest some of it back into crypto, pushing your passive income higher. Maybe you borrow against your crypto and open a turnkey business like a car wash or a laundromat, and you pay back that loan with profit from the turnkey business while you're still getting passive income from your crypto. You are going to be able to build an empire soon. And it's all going to be thanks to you being early and beating the institutions into this cryptocurrency. Helios Labs CEO says Solana cannot win against XRP. We don't have the technology. A staunch Solana proponent appears to be pivoting to XRP after admitting that XRP has outperformed Solana the whole year. The CEO and former Coinbase employee, Mert Mumtaz, raised eyebrows today when he posted a tweet no one ever thought he would, that XRP is outperforming his beloved Solana. Even the Solana maxis have to admit that XRP is a better cryptocurrency. The Solana network sucks. It's always going down. The XRP on the ledger, on the other hand, has a much better track record. And you're going to see a lot more of this. You're going to see Bitcoin maxis coming over to XRP, talking about XRP. It's already been happening so far this cycle. But we're going to see a major pivot. You will see, because XRP now shines in the crypto space for institutional adoption as well. XRP set to reach $4,813 by 2030. Vayhill Capital predicts in bold valuation study. Now, Vayhill Capital was all about that buyback scenario. And I always said they're never going to buy back your XRP. There's never going to be a need for them to do that, because there's going to be so many sellers on the way up. If XRP hit $100 right now, 90% of people holding XRP would be gone. And I always said 2030 is not the year it happens. It's going to happen so much sooner. But these calculations were made back in 2018, 19, 2023, 2024. You know, now, as you see everything accelerating, 2030 is not the year anymore. Honestly, I think all of this is going to happen before 2027. But he also goes on to predict other price points, such as $9,000 per XRP. I think what we're going to see early on is this. I think with institutional adoption, that's going to end up getting us to 3 digits plus for XRP. Short term, because these institutions, they're going to come here and they're going to open up the path to mass adoption. Now, you also got to calculate in the derivatives market, cross-border payments market. There's going to be tokenization happening. It's already beginning. So you factor all of that in, and I think there's a good chance that once XRP gets going, that we see 4 digits by 2027. Now, going past 2027, you also got to factor in CBDC, stablecoins, country stablecoins like the digital dollar, and those will be running across the XRP ledger as well. And XRP will be moving it because it's the world's bridge currency. Then that changes things. Then all of a sudden we hit higher price points. But the reason I'm showing you this is because I want to tell you right now that any of these price points can absolutely happen for a cryptocurrency like XRP. It was built to be a 4 to 5 digit asset. XRP Army reacts as massive whale abruptly moves 300 million XRP at once. And it was actually 320 million. And Blue Hawk Legend said that he rejects the idea of retail whales. People think these are whales. This is an institution. The notion that large financial entities are increasingly involved in XRP-related activity is gaining traction, especially given Ripple's expanding presence in cross-border payments and tokenization. And right away, people would say, oh, it's not institutions. Well, we actually have the proof now. Breaking 320 million XRP transferred from SBI VC Trade, valued at $703 million. Is something huge brewing behind the scenes. Remember, SBI said that Japanese banks are going to be utilizing XRP in 2025. So Blue Hawk Legend was absolutely right. These are institutions moving all of this XRP. And the institutions who are, they're going to be the ones buying as weak hands are selling. And they're not buying XRP to sell it. They're buying XRP to actually utilize it. But let me tell you something. It is a great time to be an XRP investor. It's like going back in time to seeing all of those bullish posts all over crypto Twitter back then, and people saying it's going to hit this price point at some time in the future. The future is happening now. We are in that time now. Whatever took vision to get you into XRP, whatever vision you had, it's playing out in real time as we speak. And this is going to continue to gain more and more momentum, not only this year, but next year, the year after that, the year after that. That's why I said the 4-year cycle is going to end because utility is going to change everything going forward. But let me tell you, it is nice to see XRP finally starting to move. I just hope it continues. And like I said, no big news dropped. So it had to be the XRP Ledger EVM Sidechain going live that caused the price surge on XRP. We're still waiting on the SEC announcement that the case is finally over as well. I'm expecting a move up with that happening. But that's not going to be the moment we've been waiting for. The moment we've been waiting for is when we start seeing the institutions making daily announcements that they've been working with Ripple for years, that they're going to continue to work with Ripple. Maybe they're going to announce that they're utilizing XRP now inside of RippleNet. There's going to be so many big things happening over the coming months. And then you mix that with crypto regulations and Fedwire and ISO, and all of a sudden you have the perfect storm for XRP to reach 3 digits in this run. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.